Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to turn 10 of Pokemon Gold, where we are playing Cameron the Photographer, God of Cyanwood City, and let's jump right into things. I have looked at this turn, so I kind of know what's going on, but real quick, we completed Enchantment 2 on our way to Enchantment 3. We found no sites in either of our two locations. We had a battle in Giant Spine, and this should be Chuck. Nope, this is our big one, right? So this is this is Chuck's wife, and we are up against not too much actually. A whole bunch of Caterpies, a bunch of Hoots. This should not be any real issue. Got our big swarm of Machokes going in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Cool. Awesome. So didn't lose anything in that. Here is where things get interesting, right? We moved Chuck's group into Junal Forest, and there's a fair little chunk of Apiums here, or Apums here. These guys aren't really that big of a deal. They do have a ranged attack Swift, which is okay, but it's not magic. Has a very high chance to hit, but it doesn't do a terribly large amount of damage, and then their Fury Swipes can hit multiple times, so that's potentially dangerous, and they have Glamour. So these guys can be a little crazy, but typically they're worse when you have large groups of Yanmas with them. This probably won't be too big of a deal. And we wash over them like it's nothing. Great. But then we have a bump with Viridian City. And so this is actually this is the Mermen, or the Green Fellows, or the Green Marrows, or something like that. These are mercenaries. And these are vanilla mercenaries, right? One of the things that the mod creator has been working on a little bit here or there is Pokemon mercenaries, but it's probably one of the things that is less robust compared to other mechanics that he's put in place, or they have put in place. Technically, I don't know, he or she, but this is not going to end well for the Marrows. Pokemon are much stronger in general than regular Indies. They're going to get smashed, super smashed. All right, easy peasy. So we crushed that. That was basically just feeding us some more experience. We had a battle in the Impassable Mountains, an unexpected event. So these are, again, assassination attempts on almost every single time. I've gotta reach out to the mod creator and see what's up with this, because I have been unsuccessful in finding any real event to explain what's going on, but we can watch and cross our fingers and hope that our peoples do not die. Oh, he should be okay. Oh, as long as they come down in time. Ooh, sketchy. All right, and then we have the one in Dathan, which is, this one's a little more sketchy. Ooh, nice. I'd love to get some earth spells or fire spells aside from flying shards, because those might actually be good. Well, flying shards kind of sucks. And then we had an unexpected event in Cyanwood City. A handful of magic gems have been found in the prime of the season. 4 death gems. Okay. We don't really care about that too terribly much. Alright, so what do we have going on? We have a finished expansion up here. We're not going to throw ourselves into the Giraffarigs. If that is 10 plus Giraffarigs, it will probably annihilate this army. We are going to bump at least something here. So this is another potentially good province for us to think about, because again, Giraffarigs and Reaps and Caterpies, but we've already got Giraffarigs and Caterpies here, and I think this is probably going to be our Mareep factory. We might have multiple Mareep factories, but there's actually, I've been talking to the mod creator, there's a bug, there's a There's a province where you have... I don't think we have one. There's a province that has, like, Team Rocket Nidorans, Mareeps, and, like, Farfetch'd, or something like that in it. And those Mareeps have a bad ID tag, and they actually... they evolve into Nidorinos, and then evolve into militia. Which is absolutely not how we want to go with this. So, we've got some stuff going on. What we're going to do is we're actually going to bring Chuck up here. We're going to bring Chuck's wife down here. We're going to stop building the fortress here with Decent Leader 1. And we are going to start building it with Fly Priest 1. Okay? What are we doing with this? What is this right here? Well, Viridian City is super weak right now. If we look at the score graphs, Viridian City... we'll leave things on. Viridian City is right here, right? Very low, maybe 6 provinces, 5-6 provinces, right? No forts. Lowest income. Very low gym income. Decent research, right? And low dominion. And almost no army to speak of. Okay? So I'm considering, and this depends on what happens over the course of the next couple turns. What I'm considering is bringing Chuck's wife down here, right? Potentially getting started on a fortification here in Kunal. Bringing Chuck over, using Chuck to hand all of Chuck's units off to the Decent Leader. Decent Leader on the following turn can meet up with Chuck's wife, right? And then Chuck's wife now has a nearly 40-ish strong army to potentially head into Viridian City's lands. We're going to keep an eye out with Fly Spy on what's going on, right? We're actually going to stay stationary because we've got a good vision radius on what's going on here. We see no real armies, right? This guy might be building, got an Imperial Quarry. This guy might be building a fort or something. I don't know. Trying to figure out what's going on there. So, and then all afterwards, right? Chuck actually has pretty good map move, so I believe I might be able to get Chuck from here to here, or from here to here, and pretty shortly attack Debrithia, okay? So I want to do that in the next turn or two, get that online, and be able to do that, okay? That's kind of the generalized game plan at the moment. I'm going to use our Owl Quill. We've got more people. We're going to throw them into our kindergarten, right? Because these guys are slowly accumulating experience, and the faster they get up to that 30 experience mark, the stronger we get. Kind of the exponentially stronger we get, realistically. Or not exponentially, but you know what I mean. Significantly stronger is what will happen. I've been in more communication with Saffron City, talking about Ekritique, right? I'm going to start talking to Atlantis a little bit more and see how their life is going. If we need to, we are on the sea. We can start producing polywags. They're not very good, but polywags are crap. They're trash. Poly whirls are also pretty bad. Polyraths are actually pretty good. They've got a decent health pool. They're pretty tanky. They hit pretty hard, and they're very easy to mass. But we can't level them up without having like a high school or something like that, right? without getting to a high school or a university, we can't level them up reliably in an efficient amount of time for it to matter yet. So, can't really focus on that yet. We do not have enough Earth gems yet. Unfortunately, we've looked for Earth, and found nothing so far. Right? I'm gonna keep moving up, try to get some more Earth going. We might. I'm considering moving Vena out to actually start searching as well, but I think we want to focus on, again, hitting our research goal of fighting field first and foremost, and then we'll go from there. So I think we are getting pretty close to mostly done on this turn. Gotta do recruitment and stuff. Speaking of which, I think it's probably time to hit the button on a Machampion. We can pretty shortly, or pretty quickly if we wanted to, we could forge a Crown of Lead. We could forge a Lodestone Amulet. And then we can do stuff like Bracers of Protection. Actually, do they even have any? I don't think they have any armor. That's probably not going to do anything. Well, I mean, it still puts armor on their head and body. So, but we can kit them out with a couple of different things. They don't really need much, right, to be able to get started as decent little thugs. But really what I'm looking for is I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to get our 50% random on another Holy 3, and then we'll have that kind of in our back pocket. Regardless, though, it's nice to have these guys kind of around your empire in the late early game and early mid game, if that makes any sense. Because you can throw them on, depending on what happens, right? You can throw some gear on them and have them react to invasions or what have you. They're also priests and mages and have okay map move. They don't have great map move, but they have okay map move. They're your only, actually, if I remember correctly, they're your only priest mage. All of your mages are not priests. All of your priests are not mages. The only priest mage you have is the Machampion, and any of your, like a Chuck is a priest mage. So we're gonna start the recruitment of them. We're gonna keep recruiting our prodigies, of course, right? And I think we're actually probably going to. That's pretty expensive. I don't want that. I'm having a hard time deciding between these two provinces on which I would rather fort. This one in general has better recruitment, it's a better population, etc. I would like to have it forted, right? And I like the fact that it has Caterpies, and I like the fact that it has Giraffarigs. But this does have Nidoran boys, Team Rocket's Nidoran boys, which do, once they hit Nidokings, they do become sacred, and they're pretty good. And they have these schoolgirls, which are astrals and have a random for everything but blood, basically. And they're very efficient researchers, especially in our... oh, wait, no. Sorry, wrong game, because we are not. We are Drain 3. So they're actually going to be very inefficient researchers. So that might change my mind, because I was wanting to try to pick them up, and of course I'll probably still put a lab there and pick them up eventually. But I'm less inclined to actually temple or fort 3 Pine Grove instead of Kunal. Kunal, I mean, they don't give me like a good mage choice or anything like that. But generally speaking, I would kind of favor these indies to recruit. And it's just a better province. So that's kind of that situation. Fly Girl is actually going to stick around where she is right now. And so here's another reason why I keep with spare money why I keep recruiting Mareeps over here. So again, right, we're kind of hoping to do a little bit of a, I don't know. It seems overly strong to me, but I think it's a cool mechanic, right? Amphiroses gain gold production. So the sooner we get Mareeps up to Amphiroses, the sooner they start generating money, right? And that's a big deal. So, generally speaking, this is going to be my Mareep factory. Any extra money we get, we're probably going to throw that direction. I think that's probably going to be it for now, though. We're probably going to save our... Oh, nope. Let's get our defense up in locations. Do I do that? I think I am going to grab an officer, and I'll grab 3 Mareeps. Because we can ferry them around should we need to, and the officer can come to Kunal and start building something in the next turn or 2, should we so choose. Alright, I think that is probably going to be the episode. We've got a lot of interesting things up on the table. I'm kind of sad that our expansion is mostly done. Debrithia will lock us in at 13. But we have an early potential war target, so that might help us grow in strength. Our income's kind of crap. It's kind of unfortunate that we've... kind of unfortunate that we're not doing the greatest with our provinces. But... it kind of is what it is. Alright, I will see you all next time. Peace.